Okay, we are live on Facebook and YouTube right now. And let me start my video. Let's see, put that down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have any dancing for you today because I was at a GBC meeting this morning, so I couldn't dance. At least I couldn't see my spiritual daughter dance this morning, so I was very unfortunate. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be there. We'll be able to show you some dancing, but we're going to do some chanting now. Let me just text everybody so they know I'm online. Give me a second. Text. Let's see. All right. All right. Everybody knows we're online now. And we'll chant Jai Radha Madhava before it. Today I'll use my guitar. Okay. Modern sannyasi. Okay. Jai Radha Madhuva Jaya Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhuva Jaya Kunja Vihari Bichana Palama Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Vijana Malapa Jaya Girivarurahuri Jaya Girivarurahuri Yasoda Nandana Jaya Bhajana Ranjana Yasoda Nandana Jaya Bhajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Daya Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Radha Madhova Kunja Vihari Vijana Palapa Jaya Girivardhari Jaya Girivarurahari Yasoda Nandana Jaya Bhajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Raya Kunja Vihari Kunja Vihari Radha Madhova Kunja Vihari Radha Madhova Kunja Vihari Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvatacharya also tell us that she Shimad His Divine Grace Abhaya Chaitanya Caritamrta Goswami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Huidas Thakur Ki Jai Param Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sidvaita Gadadha Shiva Sati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radhakrishna Gopika Nath Shyam Kunda Radhakunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindavanam Ki Jai Mathuram Ki Jai Jagadasami Ki Jai Yamunamai Ki Jai Shrimati Lasi Devi Ki Jai Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Gaur Premananda Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Premananda Hari Hari Bol. So, Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharni Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Paschatati Jatari Om Gana Timidandasha Gananjana Shalakya Chakshunam Meditam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who so kindly opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge while I was blinded in the darkness of ignorance. So, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So now we're going to start with the Caitanya Caritamrta. We're reading from the 3rd chapter of the Adi Leela. Just close this one program. Close the window. There we go. Okay, 3rd chapter from the Adi Leela. Let's share the screen. And then I'll read first, and then we'll take some volunteers. And we'd like to have some volunteers from the devotees who have not read yet. And I remember who read over the last 2 days. So please volunteer. Okay. So we're talking about the exoteric reasons for the Lord's Advent. And the exoteric reasons for the Lord's Advent means the external reasons for the Lord's Advent, which are not less important. Let me turn off my phone. Which are not less important than the internal reasons. But there's internal and external. External or exoteric means what everybody knows. Esoteric means they're Krishna's hidden reasons. Okay, we'll start with text 28 in the 3rd chapter of the Adi Leela. Sahaite apana bhakti gana kari sange pritivite avatare karinu nana range. Therefore, in the company of my devotees, I shall appear on earth and perform various colorful pastimes. As Prabhupada said, Krishna never appears alone. Etabhavi kalikale pratama sanjaya avatirna haila krishna pani nadiyaya. Thinking thus, the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna himself, descended at Nadia early in the age of Kali. That means about 4,500 years after Kali began. That's like the Sandhya, the beginning of the age. And I want to explain, Sandhya means like the beginning of the age or when two ages are sort of joining Sandhya. So let me explain something about the different ages, the age of Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali. Each of those ages can be divided into many different parts. Actually, Prabhupada's going to explain it here. Let me read this purport. The Prathama Sandhya is the beginning of this age. According to astronomical calculation, the age is divided into 12 parts. The first of the 12 divisions is known as the Prathama Sandhya. The Prathama Sandhya and Sesha Sandhya, that Sesha means the last or ultimate, the last division of the preceding age, form the junction of the two ages. According to the Surya Siddhanta, the Prathama Sandhya of Kali Yuga lasts 36,000 solar years. So we're still in that particular segment of Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya appeared in the Prathama Sandhya after 4,586 solar years. So I only said 4,500. I was off by 86. So the years of Kali Yuga had passed. So also, each age is divided into 4 parts. There's the first part of each age, whether it's Kali, Satya, Treta, like that. The first part of the Kali Yuga, let's say Kali Yuga, for example, is the Satya part of Kali Yuga. The second part of Kali Yuga is the Treta part of Kali Yuga. The third part is the Dwapara part of Kali Yuga. And the fourth part is Kali, and that's the end when it gets really bad. So now it's not so bad. If you think it's bad now, just wait. Caitanya Singhera Navadvipe Avatar. Singhagriva Singhavirya Singhera Onkar. Thus the lion-like Lord Chaitanya has appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of a lion, the powers of a lion, and a loud voice of a lion. Say Singha Vasu Jivera Vidaya Kandare. Kamashad Vivrada Nasi Yanhara Hunkare. May that lion be seated in the core of the heart of every living being. Thus, with his resounding roar, that's onomatopoetic. Roar sounds like a roar. May he drive away one's elephantine vices. That means the vices are so big, they're like elephants. Pratama Lilaya Tanra Vishambara Nam. Bhakti Rasi Varila. Darila Bhutagram. In his early pastimes, he is known as Vishwambar because he floods the world with the nectar of devotion and thus saves the living beings. Dubrind Altura Art, Poshana Daran, Pushila Darina Prema, Diatri Bhuvan. The verbal root Dubrin, which is the root of the word Vishwambar, indicates nourishing and maintaining. He, Lord Chaitanya, nourishes and maintains the 3 worlds by distributing love of God. Vishwa, of course, means universe, or 3 worlds. Vishwa Ambar. So Krishna, Lord Chaitanya maintains and nourishes the 3 worlds. Shesha Leilaya Dare Nama, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Janaya Sava Vishva Kaila Danya. In his later pastimes, he is known as Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. He blesses the whole world by teaching about the name and fame of Lord Shri Krishna. And Prabhupada explains in his purport that Lord Chaitanya remained a householder only until his 24th year had passed. Then he entered the renounced order and remained manifest in this material world until his 48th year. Therefore, his Sesha Leela, or the final portion of his activities, lasted 24 years. Some so-called Vaishnavas say that the renounced order of life was not accepted in the Vaishnava Sampradaya, or disciplic succession, until Lord Chaitanya. This is not a very intelligent proposition. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the sannyas order from Sripad Keshava Bharati, who belonged to the Shankara sect, which approves of only 10 names for sannyasis. Long before the advent of Sripad Shankaracharya, however, the sannyas order existed in the Vaishnava line of Vishnu Swami. In the Vishnu Swami Vaishnava Sampradaya, there are 10 different kinds of sannyas names and 108 different names for sannyasis who accept the Tridanda, the triple staff of sannyasa. This is approved by the Vedic rituals. Therefore, Vaishnava sannyas was existent even before the appearance of Shankaracharya, although those who knew nothing about Vaishnava sannyasa necessarily declare that there is no sannyas in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. Also in the Ramanuja Sampradaya, there was sannyas, not only in the Vishnu Swami Sampradaya. During the time of Lord Chaitanya, the influence of Shankaracharya in society was very strong. People thought that one could accept sannyas only in the disciplic succession of Shankaracharya. Lord Chaitanya could have performed his missionary activities as a householder, but he found household life an obstruction to his mission. Therefore, he decided to accept the renounced order sannyas. Since his acceptance of sannyas was also designed to attract public attention, Lord Chaitanya, not wishing to disturb the social convention, took the renounced order of life from a sannyasi in the disciplic succession of Shankaracharya, although sannyasa was also sanctioned in the Vaishnava Sampradaya. Now, one of the reasons that Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, let's say the exoteric, external reasons, is that people were not properly listening to him. Even his own students got on his case one time feeling ecstasy. He started chanting the names of the gopis, Gopi, Gopi. And his students told him, you should chant Hare Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya got so angry, he was running after his students with a stick. And then Lord Chaitanya thought, oh my God, if by my activities I'm encouraging people to make offenses, it's not good. So therefore, I have to take sannyas so the people will listen to me and not commit offenses. Because generally in India, if someone's a sannyasi, people are respectful. Now, in the West, it doesn't make a difference. Because in the West, if you're a sannyasi, people say, well, that's weird. You don't have any real life. But actually, a sannyas is real life. So, therefore, that's the exoteric reason that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas. And esoterically, it indicates his mood of vipralamba seva, worshiping Krishna in the mood of intense separation, crying. And also, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyasa at 24, he left his wife, Vishnupriya. And what happened is, you may say that he was very cruel to Vishnupriya, but also, in this way, he and Vishnupriya were more connected because she was worshiping him in the mood of separation. So there's a lot happening in the Lord's pastimes below the surface, which you cannot see. Just like when Lord Ramchandra sent Sita Devi away, there was a lot happening on the esoteric level. And very similar to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas at 24. Or Krishna leaving Vrindavan at 16. In the Shankara Sampradaya, there are 10 different names awarded to sannyasis. Tirtha, Ashrama, Vana, Aranya, Giri, Parvata, Sagara, Saraswati, Bharati, and Puri. Before one enters sannyas, he has one of the various names for a brahmachari, the assistant to a sannyasi. Sannyasis with their titles Tirtha and Ashram generally stay at Dwarka, and their brahmachari name is Sarupa. Those known by the names Vana and Aranya stay at Purushottam or Jagannath Puri, and their brahmachari name is Prakash. Those with the names Giri, Parvata, and Sagara generally stay at Badrikashram, and their brahmachari name is Ananda. Those with the titles Saraswati, Bharati, and Puri usually live at Sringeri in South India, and their brahmachari name is Chaitanya. Sripad Shankaracharya established 4 monasteries in India, in the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, and he entrusted them to 4 sannyasis who were his disciples. Now there are hundreds of branch monasteries under these 4 principal monasteries, and although there is an official symmetry among them, there are many differences in their dealings. The 4 different sects of these monasteries are known as Anandavara, Bhogavarya. Someone is making some noise. Okay. Bhogavara, Kitavara, and Bhumivara. In due course of time, they've developed different ideas and different slogans. According to the regulation of the disciplic succession, one who wishes to enter the renounced order in Shankara sect must first be trained as a brahmachari under their bona fide sannyasi. The brahmachari's name is ascertained according to the group to which the sannyasi belongs. Lord Chaitanya accepted sannyas from Keshava Bharati. When he first approached Keshava Bharati, he was accepted as a brahmachari with the name Sri Krishna Caitanya Brahmachari. After he took sannyas, he took the name Krishna Chaitanya. The great authorities in the disciplic succession had not offered to explain why Lord Chaitanya refused to take the name Bharati after he took sannyas from Bharati, until Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj volunteered the explanation that because a sannyasi in the Shankara Sampradaya thinks that he has become the supreme, Lord Chaitanya wanted to avoid such a misconception, kept the name Sri Krishna Chaitanya and placing himself as an eternal servitor. A brahmachari is supposed to serve the spiritual master. Therefore, he did not negate that relationship of servitude to his spiritual master. Accepting such a position is favorable for the relationship between the disciple and spiritual master. The authentic biographies also mention that Lord Chaitanya accepted the danda rod and begging pot symbolic of the sannyas order at the time he took sannyas. And also when I took sannyas, I didn't accept a begging pot, but I accepted a tree danda, means actually 4 sticks. The 4 sticks indicate the body and the mind and the soul serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. So, let's see, anything else? And anyway, I kept my name that Prabhupada had given me, which is Bir Krishna. I just added Goswami instead of taking the standard sannyas name, because I wanted to remain a humble servant of Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, I kept my original name, which Srila Prabhupada gave me, even though I took sannyas after Prabhupada left the planet in 1978. Okay, so let's see who we have here. Okay, so the first one to read, let me just put this down so I can see everything, is Swapna, and here you can unmute yourself and continue reading.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisances.
Is that my blessing?
Thank you, Gurudev. Tandra Yugavatara Jani Garga Mahasaya Krishnera Nama Karane Kariyache Nirnaya. Knowing him, Lord Chaitanya, to be the incarnation of Kali Yuga, Garga Muni during the naming ceremony of Krishna's appearance. Asan Varnas Trayo hi asya Gruhanato Nuyugyam Tanu Shuklor Raktas Tada Pita Idanim Krishnatam Gataha. This boy Krishna has 3 other colors, white, red, and yellow, as he appears in different ages. Now he has appeared in a transcendental blackish color. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 8th chapter, 13 verse. Shukla Rakta Pitavarna Etina Dhyuti Satya Treta Kalikale Dharane Sripati. White, red, and yellow, these are the 3 bodily lusters that the Lord, the husband of the goddess of fortune, assumes in the ages of Satya, Treta, and Kali respectively. Idanim Dwapare Tino Haila Krishna Varna Esaba Sastragama Puranera Marma. Now in the Dwapara Yuga, the Lord had descended in a blackish hue. This is the essence of the statements in the Puranas and other Vedic literatures with reference to the context. Dwapare Bhagavan Shyama Pita Vasa Nijayuda Sri Vatsadibir Anakaisha Lakshanair Upalakshita. In the Dwapara Yuga, the personality of Godhead appears in a blackish hue. He is dressed in yellow. He holds his own weapons, and he is decorated with the Kaustuba jewel and marks of Srivasta. This is how his symptoms are described. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 5th chapter, 27th verse, spoken by Saint Karabhajana, one of the 9 royal mystics who explained to King Nimi the different features of the Lord in different ages. Kali Yuge Yugadharma Namera Prachara Tadilagi Pitavarna Chaitanyavatara. The religious practice for the age of Kali is to broadcast the glories of the holy name. Only for this purpose has the Lord in a yellow color descended as Lord Chaitanya. In this age of Kali, the practical system of religion for everyone is the chanting of the name of Godhead. This was introduced in this age by Lord Chaitanya. Bhakti Yoga actually begins with the chanting of the holy name as confirmed by Madhvacharya in his commentary on the Mundaka Upanishad. He quotes this verse from the Narayana Samhita. Dvapariyar Janair Vishnu Pancharatrais Kevalai Kalautu Nama Matrena Pujyate Bhagavan Harihi. In the Dwapara Yuga, people should worship Lord Vishnu only by the regulative principles of the Narada Pancharatra and other such authorized books. In the age of Kali, however, people should simply chant the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Hare Krishna mantra is specifically mentioned in many Upanishads, such as the Kali Santarana Upanishad, where it is said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Soda Shakam Namnam Kali Kalmasa Nashanam Nata Parataropaya Sarva Vedeshu Drushyate. After searching through all the Vedic literature, one cannot find a method of religion more sublime for this age than the chanting of Hare Krishna. Tapta Hema Samakanti Prakanda Sarira Navamega Jini Dvani Ye Gambira. The luster of his expansive body resembles molten gold. The deep sound of his voice conquers the thundering of newly assembled clouds. Dairgya Vistare Ye Apanara Hata Kari Hastahaya Mahapurusha Vikyata. One who measures 4 cubits in height and in breadth by his own hand is celebrated as a great personality. Nyagroda Parimandala Hayatandra Nama Nyagroda Parimandala Tanu Chaitanya Gunadama. Such a person is called Nyagroda Parimandala. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who personifies all good qualities, has the body of a Nyagroda Parimandala. No one other than the Supreme Lord himself, who has engaged the conditions by his own illusory energy, can possess these bodily features. These features certainly indicate an incarnation of Vishnu and no one else.
Okay, yeah, you could stop there.
Thank you.
So anyway, these are all different verses stating, proving, corroborating that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead by his bodily symptoms, by the predictions in the Shastras, by the Yuga Dharma being stated in the Shastras, especially Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so let's go on. Thank you very much. And Ishwara Chaitanya now. You should actually, I'll unmute you. Oh, you're unmuted now.
All right.
So,
Page down.
Okay. Ajanu lambita buja kalmala lochana tila falu ginu nasha sardama shuvadana. His arms are long enough to reach his knees. His eyes are just like lotus flowers. His nose is just like a sesame flower, and his face is as beautiful as the moon. Santa Danta Krishna Bhakti Nishta Parayana Bhakta Vatsala Shushila Sarva Bhatu Samaha. Let's see.
Got it?
It just can't. Okay. He is peaceful, self-controlled, and fully devoted to the transcendental service of Lord Krishna. He is affectionate toward his devotees. He is gentle, and he is equally disposed toward all living entities. Chandanira Agandabala Chandana Bashuna Nitya Kala Pariya Karena Krishna Sankirtana. Takes a while to go down.
Yeah. You should have it now.
Yeah, okay. He is decorated with sandalwood bangles, and his armlets are anointed with the sandalwood pulp. He especially wears these decorations to dance in Sri Krishna Sankirtan. A sabaguna lanu muni veshampayana sahasri shra nama kale tanre nama ganana. Okay. According to all these qualities of Lord Chaitanya, the sage Vaishampanayana included his name in the Vishnu Sahasranama. Dulila Chaitanyara Adiyarai Shesha Duyalila Chari Nama Vishesha. The pastimes of Lord Chaitanya have two divisions: the early pastimes, Adi-lila, and the later pastimes, Sesha-lila. He has 4 names in each of these 2 lilas. Suvarni Varno Hamengo Vara Angas Chandanangandi Sanyasa Krik Chama Santo Nishta Santi Paryana. In his early pastime, he appears as a householder with a golden complexion. His limbs are beautiful, and his body, smeared with a sandalwood pulp, seems like molten gold. In his later pastimes, he accepts the sannyas order, and he is equipoised and peaceful. He is the highest abode of the peace and devotion, for he silences the impersonalist non-devotees. This is a verse from the Mahabharata, Dana Dharma, Vishnu Sahasra Nama Stotra. In his commentary on the Vishnu Sahasra Nama, called the Namarita Sutta, Srila Baladev Vijayabhushan, commenting upon this verse, asserts that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, according to the evidence of the Ishopanishads. He explains that Suvarna Varna means a golden complexion. He also quotes the Vedic Yonim, Mudanka up. Rakma Varnam Kartaram Isham refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead as having a complexion, the color of molten gold. Purusham means the Supreme Lord. And Brahma Yonim indicates that he is also the Supreme Brahman. This evidence too proves that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Lord as having a molten gold hue. Is that Lord Chaitanya's personality is as fascinating as gold is attractive. Srila Baladev Vijayabhushan has explained that the word Varagna means inquisitively beautiful. Lord Chaitanya accepts sannyas, leaving aside his householder life to preach his mission. He is equanimity in different senses. First, he describes the confidential truth of the personality of Godhead. And second, he satisfies everyone by knowledge and attachment to Krishna. He is peaceful because he renounces all topics not related to the service of Krishna. Srila Baladev Vijayabhushan has explained that the word Nishta indicates his being rigidly fixed in chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna. Lord Chaitanya subdued all disturbing opponents of devotional service, especially the monists, who are actually averse to the personal feature of the Supreme Lord.
Okay, that's good. Very, very good. Okay, next, after that is Rakesh. You're going to unmute yourself now.
Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisance.
Hare Krishna.
व्यक्त करी भगवते कहे बार बार कली युगे धर्म नाम संकीर्तन सार. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is repeatedly and clearly said the essence of religion in the age of Kali is the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. Iti dvapara urva isa stuvanti jagat iswaram nana tantra vidhanen kala api yatha shranu. O king, in this way, people in Dwapar Yuga worship the Lord of the universe. In Kali Yuga, they also worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead by the regulations of the revealed scripture. Kindly now hear of that from me. This verse is spoken by Saint Karambhajan in Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varnam Tvaisa Krishnam Sangopangstra Parasadam Yagneya Sankirtana Prayer Yajanti Hisu Medhasaha. In the age of Kali, intelligent person performed congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Although his complexion is not blackish, he is Krishna himself. He is accompanied by his associates, servants, weapons, and confidential companions. This text is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srila Jiva Goswami has explained this verse in his commentary on the Bhagavatam, known as the Kram Sandarbha, wherein he says that Lord Krishna also appears with a golden complexion. That golden Lord Krishna is Lord Chaitanya, who is worshipped by intelligent men in this age. This is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam by Garga Muni, who said that although the child Krishna was blackish, he also appears in three other color, red, white, and yellow. He exhibited his white and red complexion in the Satya and Treta ages respectively. He did not exhibit the remaining color yellow gold until he appeared as a Lord Chaitanya, who is known as a Gaurhari. Sri Jiva Goswami explains that Krishna Varnam means Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Krishna Varna and Krishna Chaitanya are equivalent. The name Krishna appears with both Lord Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Krishna. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he always engages in describing Krishna and thus enjoys transcendental bliss by chanting and remembering his name and form. Lord Krishna himself appears as a Lord Chaitanya to preach the highest gospel. Lord Chaitanya always changes the holy name of Krishna and describes it also because he is Krishna himself. Whoever meets him will automatically chant the holy name of Krishna and later describes it to others. He injects one with transcendental Krishna consciousness, which merges the chanter in the transcendental bliss. In all respect, therefore, he appears before everyone as Krishna, either by personality or by sound. Simply by seeing Lord Chaitanya, one at once remembers Lord Krishna. One may therefore accept him as the Vishnu Tattva. In other words, Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna himself. Sangopangastra Parsadam further indicates that Lord Chaitanya is Lord Krishna. His body is always decorated with ornaments of sandalwoods and with sandalwood paste. By his super excellent beauty, he subdues all the people of the age. In other descendants, the Lord sometimes used weapons to defeat the demonic, but in the age of the Lord subdues them with his all attractive figure as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Jiva Goswami explains that his beauty is his astra or weapon to subdue the demons. Because he is all attractive, it is to be understood that all the demigods lived with him as his companion. His acts were uncommon and his associates were wonderful. When he propagated the Sankirtan movement, he attracted many great scholars and acharyas, especially in Bengal and Odisha. Lord Chaitanya is always accompanied by his best associates like Lord Nityananda, Advaita, Gadadhar, and Srivasa. Sri Jiva Goswami cites a verse from Vedic literature which says that there is no necessity of performing sacrificial demonstration or ceremonial function. He comments that instead of engaging in such an external pompous exhibition, all people, regardless of caste, color, or creed, can assemble together and chant Hare Krishna to worship Lord Chaitanya. Krishna Varnam Visa Krishnam indicates that the prominence should be given to the name of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya taught Krishna consciousness and chanted the name of Krishna. Therefore, to worship Lord Chaitanya, everyone should together chant the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. To propagate worship in churches, temples, or mosques is not possible because people have lost interest in that. But anywhere and everywhere people can chant Hare Krishna, thus worshipping Lord Chaitanya. They can perform the highest activity and fulfill the highest religious purpose of satisfying the Supreme Lord. Srila Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, a famous disciple of Lord Chaitanya, said, the principle of transcendental devotional service having been lost, Sri Krishna Chaitanya has appeared in order to deliver again the process of devotion. He is so kind that he is distributing the love of Krishna. Everyone should be attracted more and more to his lotus feet as hummingbees are attracted to a lotus flower.
Okay, you could stop there. I just want to explain this verse. This is actually one of the key verses that the acharyas recite again and again and again and again from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Varna Trisa Krishna Sango Pangashra Parshadam Yagyahi Sankirtanaya Prayar Yajantihi Sumedasa. So let me unpack this verse. Krishna Varna Tvisha Krishna. So actually, Varna sometimes refers to color, but sometimes it refers to the quality or the category. So it's described that in Kali Yuga, Krishna Varna, Krishna appears in the same category. Lord Chaitanya is the same Varna, the same, not exactly external color, but the same quality as Krishna. He is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. But and also Krishna Varna, Varnayati means he's chanting Krishna's name. So it means several different things. He's of the same category as Krishna. And I'm explaining the same thing that's there in the purport, but perhaps in a way, simpler way, so you can understand. He's the same quality as Krishna. He is directly Krishna. He's not an expansion of Krishna. He's not a part of a plenary portion, but he is Eti Chakula Changsa Kalakpumsa Krishna's to Bhagavan Swayam. He's Bhagavan Swayam, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what is he doing? Varnayati. He's chanting Krishna. Krishna Varna. He's chanting Krishna's names. But Trisha Krishna. But he is not blackish. And in this way you understand he is golden. And the reason Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is golden, he's called Gauri, but the reason he's golden is because he's in the mood of his devotee. And when Krishna takes the mood of his devotee, he is taking the mood of his best devotee. And his best devotee is Gaurangi. And that, of course, is Radharani, who is golden. Tapta Kanchana, Gaurangi, Radhe Vrindavaneshwari, Vishabhanu Sute Devi, Pranamami, Hari Priye. So we offer our obeisances to Srimati Radharani. So, Krishna Varna Tvisa Krishna, Sango Pangashra Parshadam. And he is with his associates. As we mentioned before, Krishna never appears alone. He always comes with his associates. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, since he's Krishna, he comes with the same associates that Krishna came with, but they're in a different form. For example, Balaram, Hoila, Nitai. Balaram has now appeared as Nitai. And you have different personalities like Narada Muni appearing as Srivas or Radharani appearing as Gadadhar Pandit Goswami, and the Sadashiva Advaitacharya appearing. So and if you read the Gora Ganadashtipika by Kavi Karnapur, you will see how each and every one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a particular and is a particular personality in Krishna Lila. So, Sango Pangastra Parshada, but his weapons, and Prabhupada talks about this in the purport. Astra means weapon. Like there's this thing called the Brahmastra, which is described by Srila Prabhupada as a weapon that's as powerful, or even more powerful, than an atomic bomb. And this Brahmastra can destroy whoever or whatever it's pointed at, but actually not hurt the person who's right next to the person who it's pointed at. So it is very selective, not like the modern atomic weapons that just like destroy everything in their path, no matter whether it's an enemy or a friend, and actually pollutes the whole world with radiation. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming down with his weapons, but his weapons are not the same exactly as the weapons of Krishna. So Krishna's weapons are, for example, the club and the chakra. And these destroy the rascals. Prichanaya Sadhanam Vinashaya Chadushkritam, as described in the Bhagavad Gita. So, but Lord Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu's weapon is Krishna's name. And this name is Chaito Darpanam Arjanam. It destroys what? The dust in the heart. The demon within. We have seen the enemy. And as they say, and the enemy is us. In other words, in our heart. What is our enemy? Or who are our enemies? Or what are our enemies? Lust, anger, greed, illusion, envy. These are called anarthas, things that we don't want. So basically, by the chanting of the Lord's holy names, under the instruction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and of course this is the Ekon Dharma, the one Dharma in Kali Yuga, then basically all these anarthas are destroyed. And so those are the demons. Sango Pangasra Parsanam. Yagyai hi Sankirtana Prayai. That which is known as the Sankirtan. What is Sankirtan? Sankirtan. Kirtan means chanting. Sankirtan means two different things. Congregational chanting means with several people, and also means absorbed or complete chanting. Sankirtan means complete, absolute absorption, or with many people. So this word, yagyahi sankirtana prayar, yajanti hi sumedasa, that those who have sumedasa, who have good brain, not gobar brain, gobar brain means cow manure brain. Of course, cow manure is pure, but it's not good as a brain. Of course, in English we say someone who's full of it. And I'm not going to describe bad words right now. But, so those who have sufficient brain substance, they will engage in this Sankirtan. And this is the one good quality in this age of Kali. Another verse in the Bhagavatam. Kalera dosha nathe rajan asheko mahadguna kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha paramvajet. Kalera dosha nathe rajan, oh dear king, this Kali Yuga is an ocean of difficulty, bad stuff. Dosha nathe rajan astyeko, but there is eka, eko, Mahaguna, a great quality, fantastic quality. Mahaguna means great, guna quality. Kirtanada eva krishnasya, there's that kirtan again. Eva krishnasya, one who chants the name of Krishna. Mukta sangha parambrajet, And in this way, it associates with that holy name of Krishna, they can attain pure devotional service. So this is actually what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came down to teach, the chanting of the holy names. And as we'll hear in the Caitanya Caritamrta, he taught this from his very birth. How did he teach it from his very birth? There was an eclipse during his birth. And during the eclipse, nobody is supposed to do anything except for chant the holy name of Krishna. And so even during his birth, there was the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And then when he was a little baby, he would continually cry until people started chanting Hare Krishna. So he even taught the chanting without teaching it, by his activities, by his birth. By so many means, Krishna taught the teaching as Caitanya Mahaprabhu and empowered his great devotee, Haridas Thakur, to become the great teacher of the holy names. So, with that in mind, we're going to continue tomorrow. Let's see, today we did 28 to 53. Tomorrow is 54 and onwards, the third chapter. So let us take some, anyway, that's right. We can take some questions. Let me just unmute everybody. Okay, who has a question? Pran Govind, you asked questions yesterday, so let's take some other people here who have questions. Nalini Kant, yeah, you can ask a question, Nalini Kant. You got to unmute yourself, though. Unmute yourself. There's a little microphone. You got to hit the microphone thing so it becomes that you're still muted. Usually the lower left-hand side, you have to hit it, unless your microphone's not working. While you're trying to figure that out, we'll take someone else. Who else has a question? Anyone else have a question before? I think I unmuted everybody. I allowed you to unmute yourselves. Let me try that again. Maybe I didn't. Oh, try it again, Lady Kant.
Hare Krishna, Dev. Now he can.
Yeah.
So
Gurudev,
related to sannyas, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken sannyas in Sankaracharya sampradaya when others, like other sampradayas, were also there?
Okay. All right, I got your question. So why did he take sannyas in the Shankaracharya Sampradaya? I'll answer it in two ways. First of all, he didn't take sannyas in the Shankaracharya Sampradaya because when it came time to take sannyas, he gave sannyas to Keshava Bharti first.
Oh.
What happened is that Keshava Bharti was in the Shankara Sampradaya, but he's a great devotee. Somehow or other he was in the Shankara Sampradaya. And being in the Shankara Sampradaya, he had the Shankara sannyas mantra to give. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was getting ready to take sannyas, went up to his so-called sannyas guru, Keshava Bharti, and said to him, "My dear Keshava Bharti, I had a dream last night, and in that dream, you were giving me the sannyas mantra, and I just wanted to check to see if this is the sannyas mantra." And he whispered in the ear of Keshava Bharti, "I'm not going to give you the sannyas mantra, because I'm definitely got to take care of your family for the next 50 years, at least." So he gave him the sannyas mantra, whispered in Keshava Bharti's ear, and therefore Keshava Bharti became initiated in the Vaishnava Sampradaya from Lord Chaitanya. And then Keshava Bharti gave him back that same mantra. So externally, it appears that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in the Bharti Sampradaya, or from Shankaracharya, but really because the mantra was coming from him and given to Keshava Bharti, who gave it back to him, it was a Vaishnava sannyas. That's the first point. Second point is that externally, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted it to appear that he was taking sannyas in the Bharti Sampradaya, the Shankara Sampradaya, so that people would respect. Because before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, as was the case also before Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Vaishnavism was not held in high esteem. Or in other words, Vaishnavism was not really that much respected because people were definitely taking advantage of Krishna's intimate pastimes in Vrindavan and becoming sahajas. What does a sahaja mean? A sahaja means someone who takes everything very cheaply. Like there are different apa sampradayas. There were people who were saying that they were worshiping Krishna and thinking of themselves as gopis by dressing in drag. I don't know if any of you know what drag means, but it means men dressing as women. And I've told the story many times before that sometimes I will go to India and see men dressed as women. And it's not because they are drag queens. They are dressed as women because they think they're becoming gopis. And so you have some guy with, a little bit beard on his face. I mean, just like you see myself, there's a little growth. Not too bad, I did shave. But you can imagine if I had lipstick on, you can imagine that would be sahaja. Actually, I can show you what that means. Hold on a second. Because using the miracles of the internet, I can show you what a sahaja would look like. Give me 1 second. You get an idea what the sahajas will look like. Hold on a second. Let's see if this is working. Should work. It was working a second ago. Anyway. This one I wanted to show everybody. Anyway, this aspect of the computer program is not working. I was going to show everybody what a sahaja was, but it's not working. Anyway, must be the internet must be. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'll show you what a sahaja is. This is what a sahaja is. Let's see. They put lipstick on in spite of having a mustache and a beard. You see? That's what a sahaja is. I don't know if you can see the different colors. But anyway, that gives you an idea. So the sahaja, and now it changed back to normal. Hopefully. Okay. So, anyway, so the point is the sahajas were very prominent. So in order to have himself respected, in order to have himself respected as a sannyasi, so the people would listen to him, he had to take sannyas in a respectable, sampradaya. And the sannyas that was respectable in those days was only the Shankara Sampradaya. You understand?
Yes, Gurudev.
So therefore, he had to take sannyas in the Shankara Sampradaya, but although he didn't actually take sannyas in the Shankara Sampradaya, but he ostensibly, externally appears to take sannyas in the Shankara Sampradaya. And then, after he took sannyas and got his danda, the Ekadanda, the Lord Nityananda broke it in 3 parts to show that it was actually a Tridanda. Tridanda means body, mind, and words engaged in Krishna's service. That's the 3 sticks, body, mind, words, and then the soul engaged in that. So it's 4 sticks, but it's called the Tridanda because it's the body, mind, and words engaged in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that's why Lord Chaitanya picked the Ekadanda, because actually in North India, the only, where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Bengal, the only accepted sannyas order was the Ekadanda sannyas, whereas the ones that Prabhupada quoted that were also in India were from South India. There was Vishnu Swami, and the one I quoted was Ramanujacharya or Sri Sampradaya. Does that answer that question?
Yes, Gurudev, thank you very much. Can I ask
Okay.
one more question? If
Yeah, one more question.
Gurudev, regarding how all the expansions are from Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, but Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is also super soul sitting in everyone's heart, and then
That's right.
when one has a realization up to super soul sitting in the heart, it is not complete, and it is so I was unable to understand that all.
What is the question?
All
the incarnations except for Krishna and Lord Chaitanya, they're coming from Shiradakshay Vishnu. Yes.
Yes, Gurudev, but super soul realization, up to the super soul realization, is it
Yeah, but
incomplete?
sure, but even though the realization of Super Soul is only realization of the chit, the knowledge potency of the Lord, the sat and the chit, still the Super Soul is Krishna. There's no difference.
Okay.
So that if the Super Soul wishes to act in any way, to do anything, he can do anything, because Advaita Chuta Nadi Ranataram Rupam Ajam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedeshu Durlavam Atma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. There's only one God. There's not many gods.
Okay,
Does that make
Gurudev.
sense?
Yes, Gurudev. Thank you.
Okay. So let someone else ask questions.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, Danot Pranam.
Adidev. Okay, so what questions you have?
So Gurudev, yesterday we read a verse, right? Anarpita Charin Chirat, like
Yeah.
where Lord is saying that this has not been given for a long time. And I should be giving this. And again, we also read that this process is a discovery, self-discovery. We have to uncover. It's already there. We have to uncover it. So here, what is Lord giving and what is that we already have and we are uncovering it?
He's giving us the ability to uncover ourselves in Kali Yuga. That's what he's doing. He's not changing our nature. Krishna doesn't change our nature. Whoops. I don't know what that was. Krishna doesn't change our nature, but he gives us the ability to uncover, in spite of Kali Yuga, Kaler Doshanade Rajanasheko Mahadganam. He's not giving us something new. Prabhupada was very explicit about this. In many, many places, Prabhupada says that our nature is there, it's covered. And it's just a question of realizing who we are. And Krishna, of course, says a similar thing in the Bhagavad Gita. When one is enlightened by the knowledge by which nescience is destroyed, then his knowledge reveals everything, just like the sun. Sun lights up everything. I forget the exact words in the Gita, but it talks about how when the sun rises, then everything becomes revealed. Another point is Krishna Surya Sama, Maya Hai Andakar. That Krishna is the sun, Maya is simply the absence. Our illusion is simply the absence of Krishna. And also in the Chatu Shloki of the Bhagavatam that is stated, Ritevatam napratyeta chatmani tad vidyadatmano mayam yatha basha yatha tamaha. That Krishna defines illusion as that as the absence of forgetfulness of him. You see anything without relationship to Krishna, that's known as Krishna's illusory energy. One, however, one is enlightened by the knowledge by which nations destroy them. One's knowledge reveals everything, just like the sun lights up the daytime. There, I got that verse. So, that's the point. We're in darkness. And it's just a question of realizing who we are. And also, Prabhupada said our spiritual body is already there. Now, sometimes people will say something different, but I'm a follower of Prabhupada, and this is what Prabhupada taught us, and Prabhupada gave references from the Vedic literatures. He said our spiritual body is already there, it's just a question of uncovering. And Prabhupada also gave the example, just like our hand is there, if we put a glove over it, then it's not that the hand isn't there, it's just you're seeing the glove. So if you take off the glove, then you can actually see the hand. And Prabhupada gave many examples like that, a coat, a glove, of coverings. So, therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us the process by which we can uncover. That's why it's called Chaito Darpana Marjanam. That's the first verse of the Shikshashtaka. The cleansing of the mirror of the heart. Chaito Darpana Marjanam, Bhava Mahadvagni, Nirvapanam, Shaya Kairavya Chandrika, Vitaranam, Vidyavaru Jivanam, Anandam Buddhivardhanam, Pratipadam Purnamritasvaranam, Sarvatma Snapanam, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. Now, Prabhupada is very explicit about that. I know others may have their opinions, but I'm a follower of Prabhupada. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Gurudev.
Okay, anyone else? Yes, Christy, you have a question.
Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Hare Krishna, Gurudev. Rishikesh.
Yes, Rishikesh, quickly.
Yeah, Gurudev, I have a question about, so our relationship with Krishna is already fixed? I mean, Sakyaras or Madhuryaras, how do we know?
What's that?
Is it
You have
by
an eternal
Sakyaras or...
you have an eternal relationship with Krishna. Prabhupada said if you wanted to upgrade, you can upgrade it.
Okay.
Generally it's there. But you don't have to worry, Rishikesh. You're just going to Vaikuntha. You're not going to Krishna Loka.
No, I'm not. No, Gurudev, I don't want to go to Vaikuntha. I'd rather stay here.
No, that's not a good idea. I'm just joking. I'm just teasing you. Oh my God, he got scared. He's just going to Vaikuntha. I mean, right now, we are neither in Vaikuntha nor in Goloka Vrindavan. We are in Kuntha. Right now, anxiety. Okay, one more question. Christy, you have a question? You got to unmute yourself.
Is it working?
I can hear you now if you speak louder. Yeah.
Yeah, no?
Yeah, now.
Okay. Can't wait, but then I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, it's just 1 second. Yeah, no. Well, can girls take sannyas? Can females take sannyas?
Well, what does sannyas mean? What does sannyas means? Basically, sannyas means to give up everything favorable, to give up everything unfavorable to Krishna and to accept everything favorable. So in that sense, girls can take sannyas. So girls can be renounced in the renounced order of life, but just like men can't become a widow. Well, I'm hearing an echo. Anyway, that's all right. Just like men can't become a widow, it wouldn't be good for me to walk around as a widow. In the same way, girls, it's just a formal order of renunciation that's given to men. That's all.
Okay.
But women can take sannyas in essence, which means to accept everything. That's real sannyas according to Krishna and the Gita, not someone who lights no fire or performs no work. But real sannyas, in actuality, and real sannyas, women and men can take. But as far as dressing up as a sannyasi, that that's for men, and women have their own dress for renunciation. So women can be renunciates, men can be renunciates, but they both dress differently. That's all.
Okay.
But it's equal. Actually, it's equal. Well, a woman renunciate or a man renunciate, it's equal, but they just dress a little bit differently. And they have different names for their renunciation.
Okay. Cool.
A woman renunciate is not, well, except an exceptional thing like Gangamata Goswamini, but generally a woman is not called Goswamini. But a woman is held in high esteem. A renounced woman is held in very high esteem, and a woman can become a guru, which is actually higher than a sannyasi.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's actually better than a sannyasi to become a guru.
Is that approved yet?
You can become a guru then.
Cool.
So that's even higher than a sannyasi.
Right on. Thank you.
And so if a man really wants to reach the highest perfection, he has to become a woman, a gopi. So you're already halfway there.
Excellent.
Okay, that was a pretty good answer.
Cool.
Say so myself. Anyway, so I guess that's it. So we should have all glorious to His divine grace, Srila Prabhupada, Srila